I battle you on the net. I battle you on the flesh. I battle you over the phone. You can call me Calais. I battle you for the respect. I battle you over a blank check. I battle you with a gun to my... Oh shit, my bad. I was reading I was reading one of Canibus Notebook. I'm just playing. Yo, I just want to bring my I just want to say my little piece about that. I've never seen nobody get killed like that. Watching that shit was like watching. First of all, this is about the cannabis disaster battle that happened at King of the Dot. I haven't seen a mauling like that. Watching that was like watching a deer around a circle of wolves on when animals attack. But yo, I just wanna say this about cannabis though. You know, cannabis, and I know a lot of y'all, I'll be looking at a lot of y'all comments, you know, cannabis has a lot of stan addicts out there. That's what I call them, stan/fanatics, stan addicts. He has a lot of them, all of them making excuses. The crowd, they wasn't letting him talk. The crowd wasn't doing this, the crowd wasn't doing that. He was like, he did it on purpose. He fooled y'all, ha ha. Like, the only people that got fooled was y'all that actually believed that that shit was on purpose. All right. No one's taken away from the fact that cannabis is, to some, he's a legend. You know, he's a phenomenal lyricist. You know, he puts words together like very few. But the fact of the matter is, like, I think he went into that battle with the mentality like, I'm cannabis. They gonna love me anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and let's be honest, only a few people, like, there's only a small, minute majority of people that really are fanatics of cannabis like that. You know, and like I said, he's a hell of a lyricist, but that just wasn't his format. I've heard about him doing when he battled the whole Wu-Tang and all this and all that, but that was way back in 94. It's 2012. Okay, 94, 95, whenever that was. And it was just like, he just wasn't ready. And like I said, and then to make it even worse, he pulled out a notebook in the middle of a battle. You don't do that, all right? You don't pull out a notebook. And even though we all know, like, the battles are written, all right? A majority of the battles are written. Some people, they come off with their head with it, but a majority of it is written. But it's kind of like wrestling. Like, we know wrestling is fake, but you don't go against the script to let us know that it's fake. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he just buckled under the pressure. He buckled under the pressure. And people that be using excuses talking about, yeah, the crowd was like, man, cannabis has been traveling over the world for over 10 years doing shows. Shit like that really shouldn't buckle him or bother him. And it clearly buckled and bothered him. And he also showed me how much of a crook he is, you know, because King of the Dot, from what I heard, paid him between $10,000 to $12,000 to show up there. And basically, it's like he gypped the King of the Dot out of his money, gypped the people that paid for the pay-per-view out of their money. And not only that, this ain't the first time he's done this. Like, the whole thing with LL and shit, like with LL, they had, if you watch Beef 3, I think they actually had a conversation before second round knockout even came out. They talked about it. Canada was like, man, I always looked up to you, L, and this and that. And they came to agreement. L was like, look, I'm going to tour this album for 8 months. We're going to come back, do an album together, smash it. But instead of him waiting them 8 months, he decided to do second round knockout, and he's burnt a lot of bridges over the years. Everybody talk about, man, Canibus got blackballed. He didn't get blackballed because he was going to expose the industry and all this. He got blackballed because he's a fucking asshole. You know, he got that's simple as that. He got blackballed because he's an asshole. He's burnt a lot of bridges with a lot of people that would really wanted to help him, and he's just a dickhead, you know. And if you're going to be an asshole and you're going to be a dickhead, be an asshole and a dickhead, but don't complain about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to say about that. Canibus, well, I'm not even going to call you Canibus. I'm just going to call you by your real name, Jermaine Williams, because Canibus, Rip the Jacker, all that shit is dead. You're Jermaine Williams. Just like J-Ro said on Twitter, your best bet, you better just come out with a whole brand of Canibus notebooks. Might as well make some cash off your crash. As you see, I have my Canibus notebook. Let me get back to reading. I want the world to know the truth. You don't want me to shine. You study my rhyme.